Alright guys, I think this is the first phase done. So all the rubber wire is replaced in here. All the caps are replaced. All the resistors I've checked seem to be okay so far. There's a lot of inductors, so well, let's see how that goes. And it's got these multi-tapped potentiometers, so I hope these are good, because getting them replaced is kind of not really going to happen. So they look good, they feel really nice, so once I figure it all out a little bit more in detail, I'll be able to test them a little bit better. But the circuit diagram is well, it's a little strange in how it's done. So anyway, so that's it. One of the things I discovered, a little bit too late unfortunately, is all of the rubber, hard rubber chips that were falling underneath here were actually starting to make tiny little nicks in the shiny finish of the Bakelite. So I found by putting a little piece of sponge here underneath, it prevented that from happening. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too late when I discovered it, so there are some marks on it that I got to live with. So this is the sort of rat's nest of wires here that goes off to the other module. This lot here goes up to the speaker from the audio output transformer. And this lot here goes to the iTube. The curious things on the circuit diagram, which I may have mentioned, I can't remember, is you'll see the strange way that they refer to trim pots in particular. And let me see if I can get this. So it's probably difficult to see, but this little line coming across here with the little hook on the end, I'm assuming is the wiper. All resistances themselves are written in as like a square wave thing, and this here is one of the tap, or this here is the tap going off, and so it refers to R21 and R22, which is really just the potentiometer. So that you know where the tap is against the total value. Yeah, so this I'm assuming here is my volume control one, and then over here in an even more obscure way is you have a line coming across here through a capacitor through a little hook, and then you have again the split resistor here. And this here going off to the right is the tap on this one. But this resistor here is a separate resistor, so it's just this little bit here is the potentiometer. So yeah, so it's a little bit alien, if you know what I mean, reading it with these older symbol sets. And the other problem, of course, is I don't have a schematic. So if I want to find out where C81 is, for instance, the only way I can do it right now would be from the nearest known pin number on a valve or a tube. And of course there were none marked on the circuit diagram. So yeah, depending on how this thing goes when we apply power, I may need to do some serious redrawing of this circuit diagram so it's going to be more usable. And so these four connections right here basically come from the secondary of the transformer. I can't remember which is which, but two of them are the filament winding and the other two are the B plus basically. Yeah, so there we go. On to the, so of course to wire it up to the transformer I got to put it back into the subframe, and so I'll do that. And then we'll get on to the RF section. And yeah, hopefully that'll be a little bit easier, because I've just developed more effective techniques for replacing these wires as I went along. And hopefully that will be not quite such a trauma. More to come.